Hey everyone, I'm Nicole and I'm an elopement and wedding photographer based out of Ontario, Canada. I have been shooting weddings for almost 4 years now and have had the opportunity to document almost 35 weddings and elopements each year. When I first started out in the wedding industry, I really had no idea kind of how to get my foot in the door, how to find clients, or just really what to do. It just felt very daunting to me. I fell into the industry by mistake, largely by friends who were starting to get engaged, asking me to do their photos. I had always been known as the girl that had a camera that could take photos. But the thing was, I always did landscapes and wildlife, not people. People were a whole different ballgame. It was such a fun learning experience for me to learn how to guide people and figure out how to document them in a way that was authentic to each couple, so every person was different, which was a really interesting experience. I'm going to be creating a series of videos to help you learn how to get into the industry, and if you're already in this industry, how to grow your business, make things better, and I'm going to be talking about a whole series of things. And if you're interested in one particular topic, so leave me a comment below so that I can work on making videos that suits everybody's needs. My main goal today is to help you get your foot into the industry and understand what it takes to become a wedding photographer. Almost every single week, I get a few people reaching out to me asking, how do you become a wedding photographer? What does it take to find clients? How do you start building your portfolio? So I decided that I was going to put this all into one video and give you a few tips and tricks on how to become a wedding photographer. Here are 7 tips on how to get into the wedding industry. Number 1, get to know your camera. Your camera is your most important thing that you need to know inside and out. If you're not familiar how to shoot in manual, how to change your ISO, your shutter speed, your aperture, all without even looking at your camera, then that's the first place to start. You want to be able to know your camera inside and out so that come wedding day, you don't even have to think about making changes and such. You can just move with the flow of the day and just focus on documenting what exactly is happening during those moments. The best thing to do is to go out and shoot. Practice makes perfect, and honestly, it's true. Go out and shoot like weekends, weekdays, whenever you can. Go outside. You need to learn how to shoot in direct sunlight all the way through to dark indoor spaces because you're going to counter absolutely every different kind of lighting situation on wedding day. What you can do is practice on your partner, on a pet, even on an inanimate object. It doesn't really matter what you're shooting per se, you just want to practice. You're not looking to make these beautiful images right away, you're just looking to understand what you need to do to create properly exposed images with each different lighting scenario. Number 2, so once you've figured out how to use your camera and you're starting to feel pretty comfortable with all the settings, start to reach out to family and friends to see if anybody would be willing to model for you. This is not only a great way to build your portfolio, but it's also a great way to learn how to provide prompts to your couples so that you can work on describing what you're looking to get. And the biggest thing is you're also looking to try and document each couple authentically instead of providing the same potentially 10 prompts in every single session. So that's a great challenge that is really good to get kind of starting to feel more comfortable with prior to starting to charge people. Number 3 is creating an online presence. Creating a website and an Instagram page is a great place to start. Your website's kind of like your storefront. You want to invite them in, you want them to learn a little bit about you, understand why they have to have you and only you to document either their engagement, their wedding, their family sessions, or wherever it may be. Having an online presence is really important because when you start to advertise and tell people about your new business, they'll want to check you out a little bit more. This is also a great way for you to start to continue to have a place to show your portfolio as you continue to build it and places where clients can find you over time. Number 4, it is okay to do things for free. When I first started out, I did a lot of trades. I was trading other creatives for services, like I would trade a makeup artist for an engagement session, so I would get my makeup done for a function and I would do her and her fiance's photos in trade. And these are really great ways to continue to build up your portfolio while not necessarily charging. Now, my best advice is to determine how many free sessions you're comfortable doing, and let's say that's 5, and then only do the 5 sessions and then start to charge. Charge say $100, and then every 3 to 5 sessions, continue to increase your prices until you get up to a place where you feel comfortable with your current rates. Number 5 is to invest in your business and in yourself. When you invest in yourself and your business, you are taking leaps and bounds forward for your company. In my opinion, there's 3 ways to invest in yourself that will really be beneficial for your company, especially in the beginning. Those are mentorships, workshops, and shootouts. Mentorships typically end up being one-on-one with a more experienced photographer. Find a photographer that you admire, that you would really love to learn from. Maybe they're doing something that you find really cool or different that you really are interested in learning about. I love being able to work with brand new photographers and watch them grow. I find it's very awesome. I love getting the opportunity to work with new photographers as it's really exciting and rewarding to watch them grow. And I have mentorships that are geared specifically towards new photographers looking to get into the industry, where we focus on camera settings, getting comfortable with your camera, how to find clients, how to set up your social media and your website so that you are able to get new clients and it's properly SEO'd, and so many other things. So if you'd love to learn a little bit more about mentorships with myself, feel free to reach out and I would be so happy to spend more time chatting about those with you. Workshops are a really great place to learn, meet like-minded people, as well as creating some really awesome content for your portfolio. Check Google as well as social media for workshops that are being hosted in your area, or you can even travel to workshops. Sometimes traveling out of your province or your state can be like a really great way to create some way different content than you could create in your own hometown. And the last one is shootouts. Shootouts are a styled shoot that have been put together for you by another group of vendors, which makes it a little bit easier, especially when you're brand new, to just be able to come and show up without having to do the work of getting all this vendor team together to create a vision. Shootouts are great because you can just show up, shoot the beautiful content, and then go home, and then you can use it for your portfolio. Speaking of styled shoots, that's tip number 6. Styled shoots are a great way to create content for your portfolio, as well as showing content that fits exactly your brand. The best way to do style shoots is reach out to other vendors in the area that you feel are a good fit for your brand and for the vision that you have for this particular shoot, and begin to put together your shoot. This is the perfect way to show your ideal client exactly what you are looking to shoot. And last but not least, the final tip is the second shoot. So you've done a lot of work with engagements, potentially families, anniversary sessions, but you haven't yet got to a wedding. Going to shoot a wedding solo is kind of scary and it's a lot of pressure if you're not ready for it. Second shooting is a really great opportunity for you to go to a wedding and not have to have the full pressure of being able to deliver all of these images without knowing that you are 100% confident in yourself. If you are 100% confident in yourself, you can go shoot a wedding, then go do it. Like all the power to you. But if you're not 100% sure about that, or you don't quite feel ready, reach out to other photographers in the area that you admire, have a similar style, would love to work with, and just message them and tell them how you can benefit them coming with them on the day. Now, something to be aware of is if you're shadowing or second shooting for the first time and you've never done a wedding before, sometimes the photographer will let you come along, but they won't pay you. But going to do the wedding and taking that time to understand how a wedding day works, how watching another photographer work, being able to start to build your portfolio that way is honestly a better investment than trying to make a few $100s. Second shooting is a really great way for newer photographers to kind of understand the flow of a wedding day and just feel a little bit more comfortable about getting into the industry before you totally jump into shooting weddings on your own. Becoming a wedding photographer takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but I'm so excited for you to start, and I know that you can totally do it. I got hired for my first wedding with 24 hours notice. It was during the week, so I took the day off from my full-time job at the time. And I remember walking over to the ceremony site and my heart was just like going to explode. I was like so excited. My adrenaline was pumping. I was super nervous. But I said to myself, I can do this. I'm ready. I have practiced. I know my camera settings. And when I look back on the wedding photos, I'm so proud of what I was able to create on that day, never having shot a wedding on my own before. And honestly, it's some of the best feelings knowing that you were documenting someone's wedding day and you were able to do it well. And that's something that you should always keep in the back of your mind, is like that, yes, this is a job for you, but this is someone's wedding day and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity for them. So you want to feel super confident that going on to the wedding day that you're going to be able to do this for them. I had a lot of learning from that wedding day, and you always are going to continue to learn and grow and be challenged almost every single wedding. And that's one of the best things about this industry, is it's always changing. There's always new things to learn. There's always more education that you can better yourself on. There's always new things coming out of the industry, and it's a lot of fun. So that's all I have for now. So those are your 7 tips on how to get your foot in the door to being a wedding photographer in the industry. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys!